Hey, you guys. Welcome back for another episode. I'm in the car right now with my two children, so hopefully they don't wake up. But let's get into this word. I really wanted to share with you guys, well, basically just talk about how to pray. I didn't really grow up praying every night. Um, I really was never taught. I was never taught how to pray. Of course, getting on your knees and, like right next to your bedside and like putting your hands together in, that usual praying symbol. Um, so like I knew that, but I never really learned how to talk to God. And that goes with me saying like that it's different for everybody, and until I got into my own spiritual practices, my own spiritual journey, um, I figured out how to pray in my own way. And I soon developed a rhythm that was authentic to me, genuine from my heart. And that is what God is looking for. God is looking for authenticity, He's looking for genuinity, and He can feel your heart. He can feel what is your deepest desires, He can feel your intentions. So He knows everything. And He doesn't want you to pray to Him in this, robotic way. He wants you to pray to Him in a very sincere, kind of unapologetic way. And that takes time to develop. At first, praying feels weird. Honestly, like it does. Praying feels weird. Taking time out of your day to pray feels different. It feels different from, anything that you've ever done. And it's just because I think it's because not everybody takes time to do it. And so it's kind of like, it's kind of unorthodox in a way. But I wanted to mention that it does take time to develop the way that you do pray to God. And um, for me, I have my own way, and for you, it's probably going to be different. And when I say that it's your own way, it's just like that there's a different kind of rhythm to the way that you speak to Him. And also, God is this super massive, omnipresent spirit, right? But He hears you and He knows you, and He has a good relationship with you, and He wants to put trust in you as long as you're willing to be faithful to Him, and as long as you're willing to express your faith in an unapologetic way, as long as you're willing to, go about life in such a pure and genuine love and a pure and genuine faith for Him, knowing and trusting that He is going to work all things out for your good. And so going back to how He is omnipresent, He is able to be a listener for everybody of all different kinds of walks of life, all different kinds of background. He is able to understand everybody from, like where they come from and their intentions and their cultural backgrounds. Like He understands all of that. And this is more so spiritual, so I'm not going to get into like religious aspects, and I don't really have a strong religious background either. Like, yes, I was baptized Catholic, but I'm just not really like into the religions. I just find them to be very like cookie cutter and strict. And I really don't believe in that kind of system. I just believe in like a very free spirited kind of genuine response to God. I want it to be free flowing. I want it to be fun. I want it to be expressive. I want it to be genuine to me. My relationship with God is genuine to me, just like your relationship to God is genuine to you. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for coming in. Let's go. Um, and God is our friend. This is the point that I'm getting to, is that God is your friend. And so if you can talk to him like you talk to your friend, like, man, God, I just don't know what's going on. Can you help me out? Like find your own rhythm. And God is going to love that. He's going to be responsive to that. And he's probably going to be responsive to that even quicker than if you were to pray to him in like a more religious way. Because again, he wants you to pray to him genuinely and authentically. And even finding your own style of praying, um, in terms of like physicality, like how you're going to be praying physically. For me, I'm not always praying like at the bed, on my knees. Like I'm not always sitting down or like on my knees. I'm like sometimes I'm standing up. Sometimes I pray in the kitchen. Sometimes I pray in the bathroom. And I just really allow myself to get into the flow of the Spirit. I really just allow the Holy Spirit to guide me with my words. And sometimes like I'll phrase a sentence in a way that the Spirit will understand. Um, Sometimes like words will flow out of me the way that they come to my head, and that's because the Holy Spirit is guiding my words. So like it may not make sense to people, right? Because they'll be like kind of confused by the way that something was phrased, but the Holy Spirit understands. And that's because I'm being guided by the Holy Spirit as I'm speaking. And that's how you know that you're really in the flow. That's how you know that you're really connecting with the divine realm. So, yeah, sometimes I'll just stand in my kitchen with my hands out, like palms up, and I'll just be, standing there. Sometimes I start swaying. Um, Sometimes, like, I will go to the bathroom and close the door. It really just depends. Sometimes I pray at the dining table, like, I'll just sit back and close my eyes and I'll hold my hands out and, palms up, and I'll just like start praying. And how I start is I say hello. I say, "Hi, God. Thank you for being with me. God, Holy Spirit, divine ancestors, guides, I welcome you all into my space right now. I thank you all for being with me on this day. And I thank you for working everything out in my favor. I know that you are doing things behind the scenes that I am unaware of. And I just thank you so much for always guiding me. I thank you for having my back. I thank you for protecting me. Um, I thank you for protecting my family. And like, it just kind of starts snowballing from there. You just kind of start drifting off into like whatever is coming into your mind, and say it exactly how it's coming into your mind, because that is like that's how you're going to start connecting to the divine. So I really hope that I said everything that I was wanting to say in this episode. um I know that praying at first is really uncomfortable, and especially like if you didn't grow up with it, and all that, it's just like uncomfortable, like for anybody, I think. And I've heard people say that before, like that it is an uncomfortable thing, and I completely agree. But eventually, eventually it starts becoming more comfortable, and eventually you're just kind of praying like, on the side of the road. You're kind of just you just become very used to it, and eventually you'll start to find so much peace with it, and you'll start to lean on it. It'll become like a tool for you, and it also becomes a release. Like after I pray, I just feel so much peace. I feel so much release of, what I was feeling. Even if I wasn't stressed, I still feel just like so much gratitude and peace, and love and forgiveness, and just like so much good feeling. And so I really pray that this finds whoever it was supposed to find. And I really thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Um, I'm going to get back to mommy mode, but thank you for listening, and I will talk to you in the next one. God bless you. Bye.